the body through the skin. That the whole diagnostic nature of the skin is so important because it's our window inside the body. We don't need to go to a doctor if we speak skin. As far as vitamin B6 goes, this craziness, I'm reading a lot more about it, so it must be coming out more and more for some reason. I'll bet you there's a prescription drug around the corner. That usually happens when they tell you about a toxicity of a vitamin. Vitamins are essential. That means they're like air. That means you have to have them. They're not toxic. They're essential. Now, with B6, you've got a very, very important B vitamin. It's water-soluble, by the way, so you pee out, you urinate out what you don't need. So it's pretty idiotic to think that it could be toxic. Now, if you take a whole bunch all at once, if you go and swallow the whole B6 bottle all at once, and you do it every day, you might run into some neuropathy, and that is what they're saying, that you can have some nerve pain with it. But it's water-soluble. You're going to excrete it. You're going to urinate it out if you take it at take a reasonable amount of it. And whenever you take your B vitamins, in nature they exist as a complex. They're called the B complex, and they exist together. And that's why you always want to take your B vitamins together. You don't want to just take one B vitamin. This is a doctor strategy to just take one B vitamin for its medicinal value. This is an ignorant and idiotic medical strategy where they use vitamins as if they were medicines. And so they'll dose you with vitamin B6. B6 is a food vitamin. It's found in protein foods, and that's because it's involved with protein synthesis. It helps the body make proteins. It helps the body break up proteins. B6 is important for carpal tunnel syndrome. One of the neatest uses for B6 is for morning sickness, for mothers. It's a powerful, unbelievably important B vitamin, arguably the most important of the B vitamins, although, as I say, they do exist as a complex, so you can't say one is more important than the other, but that, if you had to pick one, that would probably be it. Don't go crazy and swallow a whole bottle all at once. Don't have massive... Hang on one second, ma'am. Don't have massive injections of it. Take it reasonably. A couple hundred milligrams a few times a day, and you absolutely should be taking it every day because it's water soluble. You get it in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. As long as you're reasonable about it, you don't have to worry about toxicity. Go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I take B6 and 12, but I was wondering, does it work better with B2? I mean, should I get B2?
No, listen to me, Angel. Listen up.
Yes.
All the B vitamins should be taken together. B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, folic acid. You always want to take them together. If you think you want some extra B6 because you have morning sickness or carpal tunnel syndrome or for whatever reason, also pregnant women and people who have problems, women who have problems with estrogen, there's a major relationship between serotonin and between estrogen and between various hormones and B6. If you're going to take extra B6, take it with the whole complex. Okay, take it with your Beyond Tangy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
God bless you, Angel. Thank you, ma'am. Have a beautiful day. Okay. So always the B vitamins exist as a complex in nature. You want to take them together as a complex. So if you take a little extra of one, and sometimes there's reasons to take a little extra of one. We're going to talk about B5 in acne on our next Bright Side episode. You always want to take it as a complex, and one of the best ways to get your B complex is in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And because the stuff is water soluble, you should be taking it throughout the day, by the way. Okay, let's move on to Coach Cosmo. Man, what's up? How you doing? Twice in 2 days. It's an honor, Coach Cosmo.
Absolutely, my friend Ben. Always a pleasure to be on with you. And,
what's cooking today? Hey, give your business a little plug. Give your business a little plug for everybody listening in New Jersey.
Well, thanks so much. Coach Cosmo here, your partner in creating simple strategies for vibrant health, and I'm really trying to help Ben get this message out that you can take your health back into your own hands. You don't have to run to the medical model. I try to stay away from doctors as much as possible, and listening to this man for the past 4 years has given me so many tools to help myself, my family, and people who choose to work with me. And if you're down to work with me as well, you can give me a call, 908-912-4357. Would love to hear from you. And everything that I do supports Ben. And my website, CoachCosmoCares.com.
And I vouch for Coach Cosmo's skills. I've heard him and listened to Coach Cosmo myself. You're doing great work, Coach Cosmo. How can I help you, my friend?
Well, I wanted to actually give you a chance to share with the listening audience what you talked with me and my mom about in terms of nosebleeds, because I found that really insightful. And because my impression of nosebleeds was very different from what you shared with us. So I would love for you to talk about that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Coach Cosmo. Coach Cosmo called me with his mom yesterday. His mom had some nosebleed issues, and as it turns out, she had some eye pressure issues. She was feeling some discomfort in the eye. Well, whenever you have nosebleed issues, the first thing you want to think about is blood pressure. And in combination with a breakdown of the tiny little blood vessels or capillaries that are in the nose, the combination of high blood pressure and a degradation of the blood vessels is what causes bleeding, nosebleeds. And there's very tiny blood vessels in the nose and in the eyes, for that matter, that are susceptible to damage from sugar, from toxicity, and also to long-term damage from increase in pressure. So when you have nosebleeds, you have more than likely a problem with high blood pressure. The fact that Coach Cosmo's mom also had some eye problems, she was saying she felt some weird discomfort in the eye, guaranteed 100% certainty that it was a blood pressure issue, probably in combination with sugar problems. And indeed, it turned out that Coach Cosmo's mom did have high blood pressure. And if you didn't know how the body works, it would seem like wizardry or like I was a psychic. But if you understand how the body works, it's just a natural thing to understand. So what do? Two things. A lot of things you do, but two things first. Number one, you strengthen the blood vessels. You strengthen the connective tissue that lines the blood vessels. The blood vessels are made up of lots of different tissues, or a couple different tissues, but mainly connective tissue. That means vitamin C and protein and correcting digestive problems that affect the absorption of vitamins and protein. Essential fatty acids are also important, and that means the healthy start pack. Sugar, once the blood becomes caramelized, if you will, once the high amounts of sugar are in the blood will become thicker. The pressure will have to rise in order to deliver blood. So keeping the blood clean of sugar is also important. And by the way, Coach Cosmo, I didn't tell you this yesterday, but she's also at risk for kidney issues too, if she doesn't already have them. So that's another thing, because the kidneys are also lined with very tiny blood vessels that are easy to damage. So first and foremost, you want to look at protein and vitamin C and the Mighty 90 essential nutrients in general and essential fatty acids, and that means not just taking them, but also absorbing them. Digestive enzymes can thin the blood a little bit, in addition to helping her absorb nutrients. Apple cider vinegar can help. And then secondly, treat your mom like a diabetic, sweeties, etc., magnesium, B-complex, vitamin C. These are all important for sugar metabolism. And if any toxicity is getting into the blood through the digestive system, that needs to be corrected as well. Thanks for calling, Coach Cosmo. Appreciate it. Hope we helped you out. Hang tight. We'll get your phone calls when we come back from this break.
You haven't experienced yogurt until you've tried a Mossy, embodying health and flavor in a true whole milk, grain-fed dairy beverage. Every sip pays homage to our old world cows and the ancient culturing methods their milk benefits from. With over 30 probiotics, a Mossy's undeniably nutritious, refined, cultured sensation bolsters your health and awakens your passion for dairy. A Mossy's so good, and you need to try it. Contact your Longevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645. When you call, you get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you have been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
We are America's largest independently owned communications network, GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Colorado and say hi to Jim. Good morning, Jim. What's up, bro?
Mrs. Ben, just had some questions about my sister-in-law.
Okay.
About a year ago, she had a little more than a year ago, she had a heart attack. She's 50 years old, about 145 pounds, and I'm married to her twin, so she's my sister-in-law.
Nice. How tall is she?
She is 5'9". They're a little 5'9" and a half.
Okay.
So. Anyway, the heart attack was the result. They figured out it's called SCAD, S-C-A-D, spontaneous coronary artery dissection. So she had a little tear in her artery.
Right.
Caused a balloon, which caused the restriction and heart attack. Luckily, there was no major damage, and they heart test.
You want some help with that?
Yes.
Okay. You know, SCAD, SCHMAD, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Her body's breaking down. That's it.
Right.
Okay, remember, I was talking to Coach Cosmo a couple moments ago about how the blood vessels are made up of connective tissue. Remember, there's four kinds of tissue in the body. Nervous tissue, something called epithelial tissue, which is like candy coating on the surface of organs and glands and on top of the skin. Muscle tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue, and then the candy coating tissue. So the bulk of the body is muscle tissue and connective tissue. Likewise, the bulk of your blood vessels are muscle tissue and connective tissue. So when she's breaking down SCAD, whatever they want to call it, basically she's got a connective tissue degradation problem. Her connective tissue is breaking down. Now, it makes sense that the heart would be the first place where it shows up because the heart's always, and the circulatory system are working so hard. So it makes sense that this is where it would show up, but it's happening everywhere. We got to build her connective tissue back up again. We got to make her into Arnold Schwarzenegger. We got to make her into a bodybuilder. You know, I'm being a little facetious here, but that's basically what it is. We want to build. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, and I researched it quite a bit. I've been a longevity consumer for quite a while, so
good deal.
Got her. I mean, she's kind of taken. I've been trying.
Well, let me give you some ideas, because it's not only what you take. As important as supplementation is, it's not only what you take. It's what you're not. It's what you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. In other words, what's getting into the system that's corrupting it. And usually, not usually, almost always, that's food. So first and foremost, we got to get to the bottom of the food issue. If there's any digestive issues, there are digestive issues. There have to be if she had a heart attack. So you got to find them, and then you got to eliminate those foods. As long as toxicity is getting into the blood through the digestive system, it's going to be very difficult to build and to heal. So you got to control the entrance of food into the blood through the intestinal wall. And that means, number one, eliminating problem foods. You got to do a food diary, keep track of all the foods she's eating, and then eliminate problem foods. Job number one. Job number two is to strengthen the digestive system. These happen. You want to do these simultaneously, parallel. So you correct eliminate problem foods by doing the food diary, and then you got to start using digestive nutrition for digestive support. Number one, the Biolumin Nightly Essence, must have 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night. Number two, Z-Radical or Fucoid Z is a little better, 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night. Digestive enzymes on an empty stomach